Broadcasting live from the ILTV studios located at University Drive. Welcome once again to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker. I'm a Justice of the Peace here in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. I'm also a member of the local Catholic Christian community. Today is Tuesday, the first day of October in the year of our Lord 2024. It's been a wonderful, wonderful day, very hot. And according to the newsroom in this news organization is on the ground floor. So if I go by what the reporters are telling me, it appears that today has been very, very interesting, rather peaceful. We've not heard any bad news, so let's hope and pray that that continues. So it appears to be a great, great day. Is that an indication that the gospel of Jesus Christ is being spread throughout the archipelago of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, and the vast majority of Bahamian people are accepting, are baptizing, and have become saved? I don't know. Well, it will be interesting to see. So today we shall look at some of the issues, perhaps issues affecting elderly citizens. It appears that inland revenue is going to drive many senior citizens crazy and possibly cause some of them to inflict harms upon themselves, and that would be very, very sinful. So I may attempt to see whether or not there can be a wonderful pushback against inland revenue and this new power which they are using, which is threatening and intimidating senior citizens who throw their hands up in the air in despair, wondering what can be done to deliver them from the auction block. This is Freedom March. God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. God save elderly citizens in distress and under threats from inland revenue. God save the King. It's powerful today. Hold on, everybody. Welcome back to Freedom Match. My name is Rodney Monka, and of course, I welcome each and every one of you who is joining me. Please spread the word. And as we begin the show, I shall now turn to my spiritual advisor, Bradley Rule. Bradley, welcome to Freedom Match.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Sandra. Good to be here.
What gospel do you have for us today?
The gospel, according to Luke, this is just one of my favorites, because there are times in life, for some strange reason, you pray and you want to get God to, give you justice on some things, and apparently it doesn't seem to happen in the time that you want it to. And so Jesus gives us a very interesting parable about this persistent widow. She was persistent in the fact that she would not give up. And, for us, this happens sometimes in life where it's so much, like for me, just going through so much since my father died. And this has been one time in my life when everything seemed to just be going from one direction to the next to the next. It's affecting me. Make no mistake about it. I try my best not to worry about certain things. I try my best not to let it bring me down, but because of my human nature, it still bothers. But here's his lesson. One of my favorites. Luke chapter 18, 1-8. And Jesus gives this interesting story about this persistent widow. And here's what he says. And then Jesus told his disciples a parable to show them. I'm sorry, Sandra, I can't see. Oh. All right, let's do this. Let's start over. I'm so sorry. And then Jesus told his disciples, a parable to show them that they should always pray and not give up. And he said, in a certain town, there was a judge who neither feared God nor cared what people thought. And there was a widow in that town who kept coming to him with the plea, grant me justice against my adversary. And for some time he refused. But finally he said to himself, even though I feared God, sorry. Could we stop this, please? This disruption in the studio. I'm trying to get my message across. Verse number 4. The devil is in the studio. For some time he refused, but finally he said to himself, even though I don't fear God or care what people think, yet, because this widow keeps bothering me, I will see that she gets justice, so that she won't eventually come back and attack me. And the Lord said, listen to what the unjust judge says. And will not God bring about justice for his chosen ones who cry out to him day and night? Will he keep putting them off? Go ahead, producer. I tell you, he will see that they get justice, and quickly. However, when the Son of Man comes, will he find faith on the earth? Luke, according to the Gospel of Luke, chapter 18, 1-8. Please read this story in your spare time and get a very powerful lesson from Jesus Christ in this lesson. The Word of God is forever and ever blessed, and I'm thankful for it. Thank you so much, producer.
I thank you.
And back to you, Sandra.
My spiritual advisor. Give me a blank out for a few seconds, Mr. Producer.
No, come this way.
Give me a blank out. Keep quiet, my spiritual advisor. Give me a blank out for a second, my Mr. Producer.
We're doing it.
I thank you. So, welcome back to Freedom Match. My name is Rodney Monka. May my spiritual advisor be successful, not only in wrestling against the devil, but that he will ensure that Satan does not capture him. Because notwithstanding whatever crisis he is faced with, He need only put his trust and faith in Jesus Christ, and the gates of hell can never prevail
Absolutely.
against him.
That's the lesson.
This is powerful.
Indeed.
Yes, it is. So, folks, I have been in the newsroom. I was rather excited when some of the young journalists told me that it was quiet in the country. And so I thought it was great when I asked them, what is the latest happening in the society? And they are familiar with my questions. So one of the youthful journalists who hails from the eastern part of the island, this is his report. There are no murders to report. And I give that an amen. He said there was no murders to report, no rape. Isn't it powerful? So it appears that things are peaceful, and we hope it will remain so, because as you would have heard from my spiritual advisor, Satan appears to be everywhere. So we have to continue to pray, and we have to continue to praise the unique efforts of law enforcement here in the Bahamas in a struggle against criminals and crime. So it's powerful. I thought I would say that to you for what it is worth. And now I want to look at the fact that in recent days, and you can see that today is like, I hate to say the second working day, because I know people have been working from the first day of the week, but I'm inundated by senior citizens who are stressed out by advertisement appearing in the newspaper, advertisement that alerts them that either their homes or buildings that they are using or used to use for business purposes are being subject to the auction block. And these old people are so frustrated, they're so upset, and they do not know what to do. After all, inland revenue is far. It's in the southwestern part of the island. It's in the Carmichael Road village. And for many senior people, there are reasons as to why it is difficult to get there. And notwithstanding the technology that exists at Inland Revenue, it is so difficult many times to get a phone call through or to see what I best describe as the top Negro who's in charge of Inland Revenue. And these senior citizens who have made a meaningful contribution to the development of the modern Bahamas, they are not as fortunate, and they have not been successful in organizing themselves into a political bloc similar to the bloc that exists in Lightfoot Key. You will recall that when we, the Red people, the FNM, was in power, and Dr. Minnis moved to put taxation on the wealthy of Lightfoot Key, they wrote him one white letter, and Dr. Minnis made one step forward and two steps backward and surrender. And everybody know, at least that is the mythology, that if you're looking for real money, if you're looking for Yankee money, it's Lightfoot Key and Old Fort Bay. But the poor are being intimidated. And if you saw an ad that it is alleged to have appeared in the Nassau Tribune on the 23rd of September 2024, all people homes and businesses have been put up for auction. And they're upset They don't know what to do. They can't find their MPs, and they're very frustrated. Well, perhaps it's good that the government give me an office. So many of them are finding me, and they're complaining. And it's so sad that they're complaining over the fact that there are these ads which have them greatly intimidated, and they're not sure who to turn to. One would have thought that if the PLP was taxing, the FNM would say, we ain't taxing. But the policy of the Progressive Liberal Party, as it relates to these real property taxes, is identical to the FNM. So now they're caught between a rock and a hard place. I hope I'm saying it correctly. So it's very frustrating. And I began to examine one or two of the ads. I'm convinced that somebody in Inland Revenue, let me repeat it again. I am convinced that someone in Inland Revenue is conspiring with money people to identify certain real estate to buy. Take it from me. They're dealing with me. That is what I am convinced of. That there's a major conspiracy. It is best described as a Negro conspiracy. And whoever is behind it. You see, government could have clear policies, but there are always evil men and women among us who see a policy and see loopholes. I know how to exploit this. I know how to exploit this. And I have seen one. I have seen one. All right? I have seen one. So I'm watching that one. I'm satisfied that I have identified one. And their exercise is unlawful. And Inland Revenue is playing a major role in that level of what I best describe as real estate gangsterism. And it must stop. And the politician must now examine this policy, identify the loopholes, and clog it up. Because this could only lead, God forgive me, to bloodshed. Because if I, an uneducated Negro man, have been studying it, and I come up with one, and I am uneducated, certainly those who are more educated and elite gotta recognize it. So I feel sad for some of these senior people who have nice homes, some who have been, in the case of one man, who he alleges that his home was burned down, and eventually he had to move into his business place and convert it to a house for him and perhaps 4 dogs. And now he's under threat of being evicted, according to him, and his place being put up for auction. And he does not know what to do. And the worst part about it is, in all this hot sun, he finds himself having to walk from pillar to post. But Lightfoot Key wrote Minnis one letter, and by grab, Minnis know Lightfoot Key got all kind of money. is when you go into Life is Key and you see the river of wealth. Ministers refuse to tax them, but the poor, they're being taxed. So it's a terrible day. But I want the country to know that I have identified one, and I'm keeping it guarded. I'm keeping it guarded because it is evil that is taking place. And what I like best about it is those Negroes think that I'm stupid. That is the worst part about it, that they think that I'm stupid, and they think that I lack the ability to understand. I must confess, I can't read and spell good. But if you read it to me, I'll understand. It's powerful. I want the government to review this draconian power. And the power has not just started, you know. You may not remember. It was in 1992 that the late Percy Munnings complained to me and Erland James Williams Jr. about Pindling, the failing economy, and the taxation. Remember who I just said, the late Percy Munnings, who emerged as the national treasurer of the governing Progressive Liberal Party, complained to me and Erland James Williams Jr. And that happened on the northern side of the House of Assembly in 1992. And for those of you who might have been born, who might have been old enough, Pindling did take the, I think it was called the Grand Central or the Central Inn or whatever the National Insurance on Wolf Road has emerged to. If I remember it correctly, either a part of that building belonged to Percy Munnings, and that is how his taxes were paid. This is Freedom March. God save elderly people under duress by inland revenue. God save the king. The PLP must save the old people damn. God save the king. I'll be right back after the break. It's powerful today. Hold on. Welcome back to Freedom Match. My name is Rodney Monka. Bradley Roll is my spiritual advisor. We shall pay ad first before we give you breaking news. Bradley.
Thanks so much, Sandra. Zoar International Ministries, under the leadership of Pastor Dr. Braxton Bow and Prophetess Dr. Maria Bow, is having a fun walkathon Saturday, October the 5th, beginning at 6:30 a.m. Registration starts from 5:30 a.m. The walkathon funds will go towards the youth in the community of Pinewood Gardens and Nassau Village, Sequoia Street. Each year, Zoar International mentors the youth in counseling, teaching, and development. The walkathon starts at Fish Fry and ends at Goodman's Bay. Join us for the Beans and Grandstand Homecoming and Music Festival from October 12th to the 14th. Celebrate community heritage and empowerment with live performances, traditional Bahamian games, and the prestigious Cotton Tree Award honoring those who have shaped the Beans and Grandstand community. Plus 100 the Beat. 103.5 FM The Beat is your exclusive media sponsor, bringing you all the excitement live. Don't miss out on this incredible celebration. See you there. Western Air. Looking for a quick getaway? Fly Western Air daily flights from Freeport to Fort Lauderdale, starting at just $290 round trip, including 40 pounds of checked bags. Book your next adventure now at westernairbahamas.com. Everybody needs money always, so send money internationally and locally through Western Union with MoneyMax. Download the MoneyMax app today to send cash instantly to a family member or friend anytime and anywhere. Sending money has never been simpler. The app is available on the Apple Store and Google Play Store. MoneyMax. Live your max life. And
This
that's
is powerful,
indeed.
my spiritual advisor.
Absolutely.
Well, folks, we go back to the United States, where we have been telling the Bahamas that we need Donald Trump as president of the United States, and by extension, upon Donald Trump becoming president of the United States, he shall automatically become leader of the free world. Well, there's breaking news taking place. Iran has launched one of the most vicious military attack on the holy city of Israel approximately 8 to 10 minutes ago. War has broken out in the Middle East, and Iran has attacked Israel in the aftermath of Israel killing the leader of Hezbollah in Lebanon and bombing Lebanon. So that's a major development taking place. If you think the threat of food not being imported into the Commonwealth of the Bahamas as a result of a threat at the many docks in the United States involving about 45,000 dock workers, well, if this war intensifies in the Middle East, the United States will have no other choice but to enter that military matter. And the next thing we will know, things will be rough for us as the possibility of World War III breaks out. Because if you were to observe what is happening in the United States ever since that storm has struck America, an examination of the spending of the federal government, they've spent approximately just over $100 billion in aiding the Ukrainians in their war. But meanwhile, many states in the United States that have been shattered allegedly by the storm, according to the international reports we are getting, the federal government has not landed on the ground, and save that of the Republican candidate Donald Trump, who has landed on the ground and has brought meaningful aid to the American people. So this is a terrible situation developing, and we are satisfied that these wars, and we have been taught as Christians that in the last days there shall be wars, and rumors of wars. And so, even then, the time has not yet come. So we do believe that Donald Trump, his presidency, has the capacity, the ability to stop the wars. And so, major war is taking place. And you would recall one of the biggest bomb that the holy people of Israel dropped on Hezbollah. That bomb appears to have had the mark of the United States of America. So it's a big, big bomb, and that bomb can bust any bunker. So that is what is taking place here in the world. So we as Christians, we have been taught, is this a bomb? Because I hadn't say anything on TV.
They're missiles.
That's a missile.
Yeah,
okay.
they're missiles.
They're firing missiles. And so we have taught as Christians to pray for the peace and safety of Jerusalem. But this war is terrible. So let's hope and pray that November 5th will come quickly and that the new incoming leader of the free world shall be Donald Trump. So the most that I can say once again is vote for Trump. Yes, indeed. Trump knows what the people need. Vote for Donald. Yes, indeed. Donald knows what the world needs. And the world needs love. And everybody knows that Donald Trump is a man with a golden heart. He's full of love. And it's powerful, okay? So let us not forget, it's fight, fight, fight. How does fight, fight, fight? Trump, Trump, Trump. So everybody must join the campaign and influence the American election. Everybody's doing it. So y'all don't be stupid in the Bahamas, all right? 45,000 people striking on them dock. Y'all will catch hell when no food come. Okay? Only Donald will make sure that that strike comes to an end. It's powerful. My spiritual advisor, from
it is
a biblical perspective, what does this indicate?
Well, I mean, it doesn't indicate anything in particular. I mean, the wars has always been happening. It's just that this is a very unfortunate case, and it's a major development. Once Iran gets involved, then America will get involved, because I think Iran does have some sort of a nuclear capability.
But
So-
Israel has the atomic bomb as well.
Well, yeah, but whatever Israel has been provided by the United States of America. What is interesting is that in the Middle East, the Israelis has the most sophisticated air force in that region. And so if you're trying to beat them in the air, it's going to be difficult to do it. As a matter of fact, I believe the Israelis could even match the Russians when it comes to their air supremacy. But it's unfortunate. The United States is going to get dragged into this, and I guess you'll soon hear where the United States will now be sending warships towards the Middle East, because once Iran, they don't care. They don't care. As a matter of fact, most of the people in that region, they don't care about life. They don't care about dying.
Is it fair? Is it fair to say they don't care?
They don't.
Or
They're willing to
are you-
die. They just...
Or are you not looking at it from their perspective?
Okay, so
And their perspective is it is a holy war. So if you believe in jihad, if you believe
Jihad.
that if
Holy
you
war.
fight a holy war and you are killed, when you open your eye, you will be among the saints.
in paradise.
You will be in paradise.
That's
You
the...
will be in heaven and 40 virgins.
No, that's the Muslims. Don't get them confused. Well, okay. Yeah, well, that's the Muslims. The Muslims...
Well, who
believe
you
that.
thought I was talking about?
I thought you were talking about Israel.
No,
Oh, okay.
I've never heard the Israelis spoke about a holy
No.
war.
They believe in the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Right, but I'm saying that the holy people of Islam,
Yeah.
they believe in jihad.
And their reward.
They believe that if their war is holy and spiritual, and if they die in the course of that battle, when they die and they open their eyes, they shall be,
in the paradise of virgins.
yeah.
Okay. So that's something to look forward to if you believe that nonsense, eh?
Well, be respectful. That is their belief.
Be
And so-
respectful.
Yeah.
It
they'll
sounds like
be-
a bunch of fleshly stuff to me.
Yeah,
Anyhow.
but be respectful. That is their belief. So we Christians, we don't share that belief,
No.
but we need a world of love and peace. And I believe the man who can bring peace and give love a chance. And that's what I'm asking for, you know. Give
Which man is that?
Trump a chance. All we are asking, give Donald a chance.
Trump doesn't like Kamala.
All
He's
we
been
are
very insulting towards her.
asking,
Excuse me.
give Trump a chance.
Trump says the woman was born.
All we
Wow.
are asking, my spiritual advisor, you are an
That was an insult.
you are an intellectual.
He should have never done
You
that.
are trained.
Man in his own camp
You are trained.
thought that he was.
Are you
When he
trained?
said wrong,
Are you trained?
he says President Biden has gone senile, but Kamala Harris was born senile.
Let's rise above that.
I mean, come on,
Let's
man.
rise above that.
I mean, who does that?
Let's rise above that.
How do you rise above that, Senator?
We rise above that, recognizing that this is politics.
Man, that's
Taking into
That's crazy.
consideration that under the Democratic Party, there has been an attempt on Donald Trump's life twice. If you were to examine party politics in the Bahamas, in the last 40 years, we have had no prime minister in which there has been an attempted killing of their political opponent.
so you're justifying Donald Trump.
I'm trying to show you,
Man, come on now.
I'm trying to show you something. When we examine our prime ministers, let's deal with the last 4 prime ministers. Under Hubert Ingram, the leader of the opposition was never threatened. Under Perry Christie, the leader of the opposition has never been threatened. Under Dr. Hubert Minnis, the leader of the opposition has never been threatened. Under Philip Brave Davis, the leader of the opposition has not been threatened. No prime minister in the modern Bahamas has attempted, or should I say, under their leadership, has there been an attempted assassination of the leader of the opposition. And in the case of Donald Trump is the leader of the opposition in the United States. It is disgraceful that the leader of the opposition, there can be an attempt to kill the leader of the opposition twice. It's disgraceful. And under Hubert Ingram, Perry Christie has never been prosecuted. And under Perry Christie, Hubert Ingram has never been prosecuted. And under Perry Christie, Dr. Hubert Minnis has never been prosecuted. And under Dr. Hubert Minnis, Philip Brave Davis has not been prosecuted. And under Philip Brave Davis has ensured that Michael Pintard has not been prosecuted. So our political maturity is greater than that of the United States. You may not want to admit that. You may not want to admit that, but that's a fact. That's a fact. So we have demonstrated, our political leadership have demonstrated more Christian principle and love than the Americans. And so therefore, I believe the man who's willing to demonstrate love and to give love a chance is Donald Trump. All we are asking, give Trump a chance. Isn't that powerful? All we are saying, give Donald a chance. Peace, peace, peace. Trump, Trump, Trump. Peace, peace, peace. Donald Trump, Donald Trump, Donald Trump. Peace in Ukraine. Trump, Trump, Trump. Peace in the holy city of Israel. Trump, Trump, Trump. Peace in Hezbollah. Trump, Trump, Trump. Peace in the Middle East. Trump, Trump, Trump. And I have the evidence. I have the evidence. Donald Trump was negotiating with a terrorist leader who could not understand. So all Donald Trump did was give him a photograph of his village. And he asked Trump, it is alleged, why are you showing me my village and my house? Trump told him, be peaceful and think about it. And by grab, when he recognized that that was his house and his village, it's like if you show me Black Village. Anybody who show me Black Village from space, I will surrender, because the council that we have in Black Village, I will not be able to put up a defense. So it's Trump. And I call on the Bahamian people, if you want peace in the United States, it's Trump. If you want peace in the world, it's Trump. So we have to pray for Trump. We have to encourage the Americans to vote for Trump, because many Americans have gone astray. They're playing race, and they're wrong. They're playing race. Oh, she's a black woman, so let's vote for her. You don't vote for people because they're black or because they're white. You vote for people because they have good policies. And Trump will defend the southern borders. He will make America great again. And it's powerful. Anyway, I've told you what's going on in the Middle East.
Yeah, here's what's going on in the Bahamas.
And what's going on in the
We have
Bahamas?
some breaking news.
Go ahead.
Did the producer put it up? Anyway, I think we may have recorded the 90th murder victim.
Oh, Jesus.
Montgomery Street? Where's Montgomery Street?
Montgomery Street is down the road. Go ahead. What did
Yeah.
they say?
Where's Montgomery Street?
What did they say happened in Montgomery Street?
A young man was shot and killed
Oh, Jesus.
on Montgomery Street moments ago.
It's
So
terrible.
this is number 90. Wow.
So that's what's going
That's so
on in the country.
Yeah.
Millions, or should I say thousands, are being killed in Ukraine. Thousands are being killed in Palestine. Thousands are being killed in Lebanon. Now Iran has entered, and Israel has threatened that if Iran enters the war, it will pay the maximum. What is the maximum? The holy people of Israel has an atomic bomb. You heard me?
Do you think they're willing to use it?
They had an atomic bomb. And the last Israeli scientist who came public and revealed that national secret, they almost beat the hell out of him. They jailed him. They beat him to, well, not to death.
After that.
Then when he was released, they kick him, they stomp him, and I believe some people out of England finally was able to rescue him and hide him somewhere in the countryside of London, because according to Israeli authorities, he committed an abominable act. It was like a boom in the nation, and a boom on nation. And they beat the hell out of him. He'll never reveal any more secrets. All right? So Israel has the atomic bomb. They don't speak about it. And you can imagine an atomic bomb being blasted in the Middle East, in the Holy Land. Oh, Jesus have mercy on my Negro soul. So that's what's going on, okay? So we better pray for peace, and we better pray
Yes,
that
yeah, man.
Donald Trump comes to power, because he will make America great again. Don't you want America to be great again? Don't be jealous of the Americans. That's the way God made it, all right? Make America great, and then America will share the freedom, okay? They'll be more than happy to share freedom with us, and with freedom comes economic. With freedom comes peace, with peace comes wealth, with wealth comes employment and goodwill. And then those of you who love going to Miami, well, after they clean up, you'll be able to go to Miami, you know, you can have fun. It will be great again. So Donald's going to make America great again. I call on the Negro people to stop playing racism. Stop telling me y'all voting for woman. This ain't got nothing to do with woman. All right? Stop saying that. All right? Has nothing to do with woman. We call on women to submit to men. It's one of the most wonderful, unique situation when a woman, can you imagine? As man, you say to the woman, submit. And she lovingly submits. It's powerful. So we call on women everywhere to be loving and submissive. And we need a man like Donald Trump. We need somebody who's strong, who's masculine, who's man, and who knows exactly how to handle things. It's great. We have a lot to give God thanks for, to see this wonderful campaign that is taking place. And of course, tonight there's going to be more fun coming out of the United States as the vice presidents, the candidates for vice president, one from the Democratic Party, one from the Republican. They're going to get together and show the world how you stand up civilly, peacefully, based on their system. See, that's their system. Under our system, we don't do that. Okay? Based on their system, they'll stand up, be peaceful, they'll be intellectual, and so forth. We don't do that. And we should not practice what they practice. Okay? We don't have to do it. It's powerful. Okay?
Okay, this is Eyewitness News Live. So this Montgomery Street then is off the Carmichael Road area.
Yeah.
It looks that way, is it?
Yeah, that's where my boy killed the pregnant woman who was 8 months pregnant, killed her, the Jamaican
yes,
daddy,
I'm very much familiar with this area.
and so forth.
All right.
It's a killing field in Montgomery. They specialize in killing pregnant women, but here in the Bahamas, since we don't believe in capital punishment, they were able to walk away. Imagine a woman 8 months pregnant, and her boyfriend gets you mad, and you decide you can kill her and the baby. It is so sad what has happened here in this country. When are we going to hang murderers? Okay? And so they've been doing a lot of killing in that area. And so, very tragic situation. So Eyewitness News is live on the scene. Yeah. Yeah, it's a area where a pregnant woman was slaughtered. Her and an 8-month-old child. She was 8 months pregnant. It's just tragic. So we have to continue to pray, agitate, and get the government to harden its heart and start hanging these Negro thugs, because they're wrong. I don't care what happened. There's too much bloodshed, my spiritual advisor.
Yeah, absolutely. It is.
I don't know if you remember when the pregnant woman, they killed quite
I remember.
They killed quite a number of persons that morning.
Case.
And the worst part was the pregnant woman. All she pleaded, don't kill me. I'm pregnant. I mean, it's tragic. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. Don't kill me and my baby. I'm pregnant. And nobody had a heart. They kill her and talk up some nonsense, but she's Jamaican or all kind of bullshit. Some bunch of bullshit. She might have been a Jamaican or some woman, but whatever it was, she was a woman. And who does that? Huh? When women have committed some of the most serious offenses throughout the ages, all they had to do was get bigger. And once the jailer heard she carrying child, we don't hang her, we don't execute her. She pregnant. You don't kill her and the baby. Montgomery, man, they killed the woman and her 8-month-old baby in her belly. God save Montgomery. God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. God save the King. Welcome back to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monka. Bradley Roll is my spiritual advisor, and in the Middle East, war is going on. So let us pray for peace Bradley, it's birthday time.
Yeah, we got a couple birthday shout outs to do.
And anniversaries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so here's what we're going to do first. Ashay Sands is celebrating a 7th birthday. Happy birthday, Ashay Sands. It's coming from your mom. All the best to you. Enjoy your birthday, Ashay Sands. Okay, Sandia Paul, happy birthday. Shout out to Sandia Paul. It's coming from Marcus Love, the whole family, the whole Lewis family and friends wish you all the best. Happy birthday to Sandia Paul, coming from Marcus Love. All right, Miss Dickinson, happy birthday to one of the women them, Miss Dickinson, from your advanced family. All the best to you, Miss Dickinson. Brene Pratt, happy 38th birthday goes out to Brene Pratt, who's celebrating today. Greetings coming from her husband, Sean Pratt, her parents, Bursel and Donnie Miller, her cousin, Dion Delante, Mr. International. Also, she is one of the women them, so happy 38th birthday to Brene Pratt. All right, happy anniversary, Mr. Jacks, Mr. and Mrs. Jacks.
Well, I'll do that one.
Oh, go ahead.
Well, today is the 1st of October, and 36 years ago, Nicola Emmanuel Jacks and his charming wife, Gloria Jacks, they were joined in holy matrimony at St. Joseph Catholic Church. I was the best man, and of course, Sister Daville was the maid of honor. So the Jackses are celebrating their 36th wedding anniversary. So I'm pleased to congratulate them, and I look forward to joining them for the 36th anniversary dinner. So this is powerful. May God bless them and protect them. They're wonderful friends and allied. And what is so unique is Jacks is my best friend and his wife is my best friend. And they both tell me secrets. And I tell each of them what the other ones say when they tell me secrets. It's powerful. Tubel Jacks and Sister Jacks. It's great. Go ahead.
All right. So yeah. So we want to send a special shout out to Venera Francois. Venera Francois, Palmdale Primary, 5th grade. Congratulations on making the honor roll and junior prefect. Her father wants to let her know that he is proud of her and her accomplishments. So special shout out to Venera Francois.
This is powerful.
See, I see it.
Well.
Okay. Listen, we want to make a correction. That street off Carmichael Road is Montgomery. Sorry. The correct name of the location of the murder is Montgomery Avenue and not Montgomery Street, because Montgomery Street is off the Madera Street area in Palmdale.
Okay,
but
Montgomery Avenue.
Montgomery
That's
Avenue
where the man
off Carmichael.
did kill the woman with the belly.
Yeah, so that's off Carmichael Road.
Yeah. So that's breaking
All right.
news.
Yeah.
So that's the birthdays.
That's it, yeah.
And the wedding anniversary. And of course,
Jacks and his wife.
yeah. And the first murder for the 10th month of the year. Disgraceful.
That's right there. Today is October the 1st.
October the 1st, yeah. It's a very sad situation. Well, my spiritual advisor, do you have any other thing you want to talk about?
No,
What is Dr.
Let me see.
Dwayne Sands talking about today?
I haven't heard anything about what Dr. Dwayne Sands may have been saying, but
Well,
let's see.
he appears to be talking, so let's see what he's talking about. And of course, to the people of Exuma, once again, I have studied your intelligence, and this morning I passed it on to Deputy Prime Minister Chester Cooper. So having done that, who knows, perhaps tomorrow I'll talk about it. Okay? So I've not forgotten but I thought I should let Mr. Cooper read your concerns before I echo it. And this is powerful. Well, let's go to the F&M so we can see what the Free National Movement Chairman, Dr. Dwayne Sands, said. The government silence on implementing the Protection Against Violence Commission shows that women are not a priority for Davis administration, despite the fanfare that accompanied its passage of the Protection Against Violence Act. He expressed concern for people like Chakia Roll, a woman who told the Tribune last week that she feared for her life. She was allegedly physically assaulted in front of her 3 children, sustaining severe head injuries from a knife. Her alleged assailant was charged only with property damage and assault with a deadly weapon. He has been granted bail, leaving her fearful of what he may do. Dr. Sands said, sadly, the issue of women's rights and gender-based violence is on the back burner for this administration. It is not a priority. We have spent hundreds of millions of dollars on capital works and no bowl and no bid contracts. We have spent countless millions on luxury travel, but $500,000 to shelter abused women is not a priority. Dr. Dwayne Sands said the Protection Against Violence Commission was implemented to work with police officers and ensure sufficient shelters are available for victims across the country. At least, well, so my good friend and Dr. Dwayne Sands has brought up an issue involving a Negro woman who is alleged to have been a victim of violence, but to which her Negro, should I say, the person who's been accused has been charged. Well, if a man's assaults, beat up, stab a woman, the most the authorities can do is to examine what are the criminal offenses and charge him. Then after he is charged, he's placed in the hands of the judiciary. Judiciary is independent of the executive branch. They will determine justice. They will determine if there should be bail. They will determine when the case is to be heard. So that is how the system works. So I'm excited that Dr. Dwayne Sands has raised this fundamental issue, but there's an equal issue that I wish Dr. Sands would concentrate on. There is a well-known woman who is an F&M. And her baby daddy attempted to kill her, drove a vehicle over her. Minutes before he was successful in driving that vehicle over that F&M woman in the Angliston constituency, she passed the little Negro pickaninny baby to her sister, saving the baby life. Notwithstanding that she campaigned for the F&M. Campaigned for the F&M. She has not been successful in getting any medical treatment. You heard me? And notwithstanding that the Free National Movement got all kind of doctors, no F&M has come forward to treat her. So you see, I was excited that Dr. Dwayne Sands has raised the issue of the rights of the woman. But an F&M woman Now you want me to show you how good I am? Whose mother works in the F&M headquarters? Ah! Watch out for Rodney Monka. See, I'm an F&M.
You're an F&M, man.
And as an F&M,
You get an F&M.
the party will say to me, and I say, well, you know, Dr. Dwayne Sands is my doctor. They say, yeah, but Monka, only you could say it. So here is a woman who is alleged to be working in the headquarters. And her doctor and her daughter campaigned against Glenys Hannah Martin in the last election. And her baby daddy, a plump, short, Negro man, almost killed her. He was all over social media. He was in a brown, whatever them Japanese car name.
Cube.
Cube. All right? But we in the F&M, we ain't say nothing. We ain't say nothing. And if I had the strength, I would go to the F&M headquarters when her ma coming to work and ask her, now, why you going in there? Why don't you come with me to the PLP?
Right.
At least.
Because that's what you are.
At least the PLP treats F&M good. Because as an F&M, among the PLP, I'm a guest of honor. Okay? But in the midst of the F&M, with all those doctors and lawyers and money people, what is the name of the F&M candidate that ran against Glenys Hannah Martin? Quintine what? Quintine something. They've abandoned her. Now, in fairness, Dwayne may not have known that this girl, who baby daddy, and he's F&M. He's F&M. Because one of the things that I know with PLP men, with the exception of one PLP man, the vast majority of the PLP men who are in love with F&M women, they treat them tenderly. There's only one F&M woman who's complained to me. All right? She's red. Long hair, Long Island. She complained to me. She told me why she was not voting for the PLP. So I said, why? She said, my husband is a PLP. I said, really? She said, yeah. And he ain't no good. I said, really? She said, yeah. So I ain't voting for none of them. Because my husband is a PLP. And I promised to talk to the PLP and say, listen, tell that man, go home to that woman so we can get that vote. But that's what she told me. I don't want to call her name, okay? She told me why she was not supporting the PLP. She said, my husband is a PLP. I said, yes, and he's no good. She said, the PLP man, them, she ain't no good. They ain't no good. So I had to be careful. Subtly ask her, what you mean by that? And then finally she did admit only one PLP man she was married to. So she never married all the PLP men to say they're no good. But in fairness to her, if she did marry the PLP man, and he no good, I could understand her being mad with all the other PLP men, because I know of a man who had a Haitian girlfriend, and after she leave him, he don't like Haitian. All he do is catch them. That's all he does. And if you see him talking with a Haitian, he's holding them for immigration. And that's because she broke his heart. And every time I see a Haitian girl, I would say to them in Creole, Professor, don't do that. But I thought I'd say that, okay? And I'm certain they wouldn't want me to put up the woman, because the woman authorizes me. She said, Mr. Monkey, you may put up my picture. And she is F&M, and her ma is one of the sweetest women that works in the F&M headquarters. Now, only a real F&M know that. The rest of them, they're not really effing them. So they don't know that. I know it. So I want Dwayne Sands to champion the causes of the women them. But I want him to start with the woman them and the effing them who he knows. I hate to say it to my doctor, but there's nobody else to say it to him. So I have to say it, okay? I have to say it, because there's nobody else to say it to him. Okay? Nobody else. So I thought I'll tell it to you for what it is worth. Yeah. My spiritual advisor, how you could say I know F and F?
Because you're not.
Are you?
Yeah, man.
You an F and F?
You know.
When
I was more effort than you.
How you became more F and M than me?
By my mere support for the party.
And how did you
You
support
don't,
the
you
body?
don't support the body, man.
How do you support the body?
By champion for them, you know?
Were you at the convention in June?
No, I didn't make it, did you?
You didn't know my job was to get rid of minutes? Why are you giggling? I'm an
Yeah.
honest man. I was given an assignment. They said to me they wanted me to go undercover. So I went undercover. I put on my red shirt, my red hat. I went undercover and two
Some
of
fellas,
minutes,
they knew you was.
yeah, they tried
They
to
know you
pull
were.
the cover from over me. And they started throwing more blows.
Yes, I don't
The
know.
police had to rescue me.
Well, one of them was accusing you of maliciously maligning his family, and that's what really
Really?
bothered him. Yeah,
I would never do
that
that.
bothered him.
I would never
See,
do that.
You thought he didn't know who you were talking about.
I've never
So,
done that.
Yeah.
And I have my witness.
So he
See-
said that was one of his family members you were talking about, and I'm basing on your show.
Oh, what he said
and
that
so,
it was his
and
family
so
member.
he was upset.
Oh, no.
He was upset that you came to convention.
Yes,
It's
he was
just-
upset.
It's just that time to get you for what you did prior to
I
that.
never did anything to the family. I
Okay.
merely called him out. And I have my witness. I have a man in the party who will give me reference. All right? And I'm not talking about Hubert Ingram. I could always call on Tommy Twain-Crest, who is willing to write a reference on my character. Okay? So, this is powerful. Anyway, so we've dealt with Dr. Dwayne Sands and the fact that a woman who campaigned for Quinton somebody, he's the Negro man who ran against Glenn Hannah Martin, her baby daddy almost killed her. You hear me? And she couldn't get medical treatment. And the F&M had all kind of doctor. And her mother works in the F&M headquarters. I kept that as a secret. Her mother waits in the F&M headquarters. But I'm not going to call her mother out. Her mother's a sweet woman. So I'm not going to call her mother out. I just want to show you how small the country is. See, our country is very, very small. So we have to be more kinder, more loving, more gentle, because we are all interrelated. Okay? It's powerful. My spiritual advisor, you want to choose a topic, or are you going to allow me to run on
Well,
some more?
I must be a prophet. Mr. Medusa, that last thing that I sent you, you see how I must be a prophet here that? You see what's happening?
What's happening, my
The
spiritual
U.S. is
advisor?
now sending troops to the Middle East amid fears of a wider war. No, there's going to be World War III.
World War
They-
III is about to
They,
break up?
they know that. They know what's going to happen. Once you see Iran started what they did, that's it. So it's going to continue.
So it's breaking news.
Yeah. Yeah.
How many troops is the U.S.
No, they didn't. See, all
sending?
this is developing. So that means now, when you see me get off the studio, I'm
Yeah.
headed straight home. I'm going to turn the TV on and follow this because this is a very serious thing here.
Do you know if,
This is more serious than that strike. You believe that?
is it?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Yeah, man. This is very.
So if this is
Very
more
serious.
serious than the strike,
See,
it
and-
means
and-
food will not come to the Bahamas
And
then.
not only that, America has this thing where this is going to escalate into Ukraine and Russia and America and that Middle Eastern area. So this is going to be World War III.
Really?
I never thought I would see the day for it to happen. We just hope and pray that they don't use those ultimate weapons and they could find a way to resolve this issue. But I can tell you, Iran is something else.
Can Iran missiles reach
Yeah,
Israel?
Of course, of course, of course.
And is it able to get through?
Don't forget what I tell you. Iran has nuclear capability, and they don't follow no convention.
So you don't think Israel has the capacity to bomb their
Well,
nuclear weapons?
Israel has the capacity to do a lot of things. We're just hoping that it doesn't get to that. But
Okay.
America's on its way. America's always there, though, to be honest. It's just that the difference now is they sending troops.
Okay.
It makes a big difference, so they're going to be on the ground. So now Kamala Harris cannot say, like she did before, that there's not a single American troop that is fighting a war anywhere in the world. So now that is going to be thrown out the window.
But you would agree that there is no war that the Americans are fighting at this moment.
They are fighting a war.
Who are they fighting?
The Americans are fighting that war for Ukraine.
The Americans are
I
participating.
don't listen.
in
Here's
the
what I
war?
understand. Do people really believe that Ukraine can stand up against Russia? People really believe that?
Have they not?
Why is America pumping all this money into Ukraine?
Are they really
They
pumping
fighting that war.
money or weapons?
Money and weapons.
And where is the Ukrainian spending
Why?
his money?
Why is it that what's his name? What's the man's name? Zelensky.
Yeah.
How is it that he could walk into the United States, his pockets empty, address Congress, and walk out with almost $263 billion?
Is it really cash
That make any sense?
or machinery?
Well, it could be machinery, yeah. It could be machinery, cash, whatever the country needs to survive, he gets it. How does it happen? That doesn't make any sense.
Do you think it doesn't make
But
sense?
the Americans doing it.
Why you think it doesn't make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense to America because
Well,
they're trying to shut Russia down.
Just look at it. Ukraine is an ally of the United States.
Yeah, they're pushing back against Russia.
And there's a battle between Russia and Ukraine. And the American has the capacity to strengthen the Ukrainian, who have been successful in bombing the interior of Russia.
But I can tell you, once the Americans unite with the Israeli Air Force, they're going to be, I'll use that term, unstoppable.
Okay.
Like a Porsche without brakes.
Wow.
There's nothing you can do with them.
Wow.
It is what it is. I'm almost close to believing that the Israeli Air Force is almost as good as the United States.
Or
They
perhaps better.
They're good. But the thing about the Americans train them though.
Okay.
But they have what is called captured the training and have become either just like the teacher or above
Really?
somebody. Yeah, they're good. They're good.
Okay.
Well, it's something to think about. It's something that we were hoping didn't happen, but now it has happened. And now to have this resolved is just almost ridiculous.
Wow.
Yep.
So, as a Christian, what would you say to Christians in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas to prepare them spiritually?
Well, we're going to have to petition the God of Abraham and Jacob to see if they...
Now, you know who God that is.
that is the Christian God, and it's also the God of Israel.
And who God was it first?
It was the God of Moses, the God of the Israelites. Well, the Mosaic God. It's the same God. The Israelis, the difference with them, and this is so sad, and I just hope they don't pay, they've rejected Christ. That's the mistake.
This is Freedom March.
That's the mistake.
Bradley Rowe is my spiritual advisor.
Rejecting Christ is a mistake.
To the holy people of holy Israel, what sin have they committed, my spiritual?
Rejecting Christ could be payment.
God saved the holy people of Israel. God saved the Middle East. God saved the king. It's powerful today. Welcome back to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker. Bradley Roll is my spiritual advisor. And when we took the adjournment, I was criticizing my good friend and Dr. Dwayne Sands, his defense for women. But I had to remind him that in the Free National Movement is a female by the name of Petra Curry. She was the tragic victim of a man, her F&M baby daddy. And to date, she has not had her surgery. Remember when I raised it about a year, 2 years ago? She campaigned against Glenys Hanna Martin, and notwithstanding that I appealed to Valentine Grimes, a former member of Parliament of the governing Progressive Liberal Party, who is blessed with 3 of the best medical doctors in the history of the modern Bahamas. Nobody would do the operation for her. But she campaigned for the Free National Movement. And the F&M got plenty doctors. And her mother is one of the sweetest women to be currently working in the F&M headquarters. Now you have to be an F&M to know that. Watch out for me. So here, Dwayne Sand, he is championing the cause of a woman who's been a victim, which is a good thing. But greater, equally greater, if he would take up the cause for this Negro woman living in Angliston, Petra Curry, who F&M baby daddy almost killed her. And no one would assist her in getting the surgery. You remember we show you a picture? Broken ribs and everything. But she loves the torch. She loves the F&M. And her mother, her precious mother, works in the F&M headquarters. If you only met her, she's one of the sweetest, one of the greatest F&M woman. But the body ain't checked for her daughter. And listen to me, the F&M got some of the best doctors. Take it from me, I know. So we have to be careful of how we pick up these courses, but we refuse to take the beam out of our eyes. I'm going to leave it alone. I hate criticizing Dr. Dwayne Sands. I really hate doing it. This is a terrible job at a time when both my wife and I are sick, that I am called upon to put aside our sickness and just look at the issue objectively and cut it straight. Ah, boy, what a cross that I have to bear. Can Jesus bear the cross alone and let the world go free? Can he, my spiritual advisor? Can Jesus bear the cross alone? Oh, hallelujah.
He sure did.
Ah, boy, what a cross I have trying to cut things straight.
No cross, no crown, eh?
Yeah. Anyway,
Let's
one
over
day,
the lines.
yeah. You have bills to pay?
Yeah, let's pay these
Will you please pay bills first?
quickly, and then we'll open the lines to engage some folks.
Okay.
Zoar International Ministries, under the leadership of Pastor Braxton Bowe and Prophetess Dr. Maria Bowe, is having a fun walkathon Saturday, October the 5th, begin at 6:30 a.m. Registration starts from 5:30 a.m. The walkathon funds will go towards the youth in the community of Pinewood Gardens and Nassau Village, Sequoia Street. Each year, Zoar International mentors the youth in counseling, teaching, and development. The walkathon starts at Fish Fry and ends at Goodman's Bay. Join us for the Baines and Grandstand Homecoming and Music Festival from October the 12th to the 14th, celebrating community heritage and empowerment with live performances, traditional Bahamian games, and the prestigious Cotton Tree Award honoring those who have shaped the Bain and Grandstand community. Plus, 103.5 FM The Beat is your exclusive media sponsor, bringing you all the excitement live. So don't miss out on this incredible celebration. See you there. Looking for a quick getaway? Fly Western Air with daily flights from Freeport to Fort Lauderdale, starting at just $290 round trip, including 40 pounds of checked bags. Book your next adventure now at westernAirBahamas.com. Everybody needs money always, so send money internationally and locally through Western Union with MoneyMax. Download the MoneyMax app today and send cash instantly to a family member or friend anytime and anywhere. Sending money has never been simpler. The app is available in the Apple Store and Google Play Store. So MoneyMax, live your max life. All right, the line's open. 323-7775. Sorry, forgive me. No, yes, the line's open. 323-7775. What else you have to do, Sandra?
Go ahead, my spiritual advisor.
698-0775, 698-0776. Do we have any callers on the line yet? Welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live. Go ahead.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'd like to speak to Mr. Rodney Monka.
So, I'm here.
There's a serious situation going on across a place called Kamalimi Key, which is run by two married men. One is very racist. They're sharing up the people. They need help across there. You need to investigate this key. Some dirty things going across there. I know. I used to work here from experience.
Where this
I
key?
have some papers I will give to you when I see you, and I'm trying to get to you. But that Kamalimi Key, they're doing the people and the woman's them. They're really doing some dirty things across there to the staff on Kamalimi Key, and they can't take it no longer.
Let me ask you a question. Where is Kamalimi Key located?
Kamalimi Key is located off Standard Creek in North Andros.
Really?
They have Haitians working there at doing construction, at slavery labor, and plus they're getting sent to the States and all of that. There's some things going across there. You need to look at it. I come in to see you personally and bring you some things personally.
Okay.
The general manager is a man called Larry Smith, and he's doing them people right in. Two
Really?
sissy fellas run it. What they married and it's belonging to a man named Brian Yu.
Okay. Bring me.
I will be talking to you on that because they need some help. They have the labor board man in the pocket. He cannot do nothing.
Okay. Well, bring me all of the documents, and
I will.
and I shall study them, and if need be, I will take them to the relevant authorities. Bring them to me.
The
Okay?
relevant authority, we try that, man.
Listen to me. My relevant authorities might be different from yours. You bring them to me, and I
Okay.
will talk to the relevant authorities. Okay?
There's some dirtiness going on with the Bahamian people over there.
Well, we will clean up every date. No date will be swept under the Kamalimi tree. Okay?
I will see you personally and bring these to you.
This is
Thank you so
powerful.
much, caller.
I thank you very much.
All right, take care.
Okay?
Welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live.
Brother Mudga,
Yes?
spiritual advisor, let's call this Thankful Tuesday.
Okay.
I feel like just giving thanks today. I want to thank Mr. Mario Boleg. I would like to thank Miss Donnelly Penn. I would like to thank Miss Patricia DeVoe. I just like to thank Mr. Minky Isaacs. I just want to thank some people. I want to thank some people today. I really like to thank Mr. Mikhail Barnaby. God is good. Despite what I'm going through, I want to say thanks. I just think with just giving thanks, I want to thank you, spiritual advisor, for guiding Mr. Monka when he started to stray off sometime. You know, Brother Monka, I want to thank you for bringing the information and the things that you bring. I just want to be thankful today, man.
Okay, that's good.
That's how I feel today. God bless you all.
All right,
You're
thank you so
welcome.
much. You take care.
Yeah, man.
All right, great. Give thanks. Welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live.
Very good.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, man?
Doing well, thank you.
And the senator,
God save the king.
God save the king. There is war in the Middle East.
Yes, we
Who's
see
winning this war?
it. War just start, man.
Pardon me?
Who's winning?
Well, in war, there are no winners, Samantha. There are no winners.
Wow. This is
You
powerful.
know, but I called today to put some blows on two of your very special friends.
Let me hear who they are.
The first being Dr. Dwayne Starr.
Okay.
In that, when it comes to health care, as much as Dr. Dwayne Starr have achieved, along with Dr. Minnis, when they were in power, they were the most dismal failures when it came to the upkeep and implementation of health care. Now, your other friend, the Minister of, I think, what kind of affairs that is, Roger? Wayne Monroe?
National Security Minister.
National Security. Wayne Monroe and Brave Davis, two KCs, are abysmal failure when it comes to crime under their watch. Because we are now approaching 91 murders. And we got 3 more months to go. And what have they done? What have they done, Senator Manka?
What are you suggesting that they ought to do?
I suggested that they ought to go in Parliament and make laws. That's what we put them there for.
Laws to
Not
achieve
say,
what objective?
not say that 8-year-olds can consent to sex.
Say it again?
Not to say that 8-year-olds can consent to sex.
Who said that?
Wayne Monroe.
Are you sure? Because I've
I'm
never
positive
heard
of
that.
that. Positive.
Where's your evidence? Because I've never heard that.
Well, it was on the radio. He said it on national radio.
I will not. I will be like Nicodemus. I shall not believe that unless I put my hand
That
in
that is
the
fine.
palm. Who's it? Who's it?
Nicodemus or Thomas?
I'll
That is
be,
fine.
I will
Thomas.
be like Brother Thomas.
But
Unless
listen,
I hear the ministers say that, I shall not believe it.
well, you apparently your radio was told into something else that day. But anyway,
Yeah.
let me move on before you
Yeah.
have a caller.
Okay.
There is a nurse that listens to your show religiously, Rodney Manka, religiously.
This is
She can't
powerful.
wait to get home to listen to your show.
Yes.
She worked in the dialysis unit. Her name is Nurse Sweeting.
Okay.
I have adopted her. When I first got her, I didn't like her much, but I realized the type of person she is, and she listens to your show religiously. So I want you to say hi to Nurse Sweeting.
Now, sweeting, I am told that you listen to my show. I am pleased with that. I thank you for your national services in the dialysis department. It is powerful. God bless you. How is
And
that?
Rodney Manka, guess what? She from Cat Island.
Don't talk no nonsense.
She is one of the women there.
Well, I am blessed by that because behold the leader, the undisputed leader of the woman dam. This is powerful.
Thank you so much, Johnson.
But wait, hold on. One thing.
One more thing.
There is this last thing. There is a young nurse also in the dialysis unit, and I can't help but feel sorry for her. She's a courageous young nurse.
Wow.
But when COVID was around and Dr. Sands and those could not get medical staff to take up the challenge and go on the front line, this very young nurse,
Yes.
she took up the challenge.
Really?
And she went into that COVID battle and she fought that COVID with the patient.
Did she
And
survive?
do you know, today, Dr. Sands said he ain't paid that woman her bonus yet, that nurse. She could have lost her life.
Find out the information for me, and I shall report it personally to Dr.
Well, I could take a
Michael
chance
Garville.
and could call her name. She don't mind because this is positive.
Okay.
Name is nice. Higgs, Smith Higgs.
Get
You're
the
very young
particulars. Get the
And I
particulars.
watched her fight that battle
Get
to
the
COVID.
particulars. Get the particulars. I shall take it to Dr. Michael Darwell for her.
Yes, sir. I will do that.
Okay.
Okay, then. Thanks for taking my call.
All right,
thank you,
you're
my
welcome.
brother.
Take your call.
All right.
We get some more callers on the line. Welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. How y'all doing?
We're doing well, thank you.
Awesome. Now, listen, Mr. Monica, the first task I realized that Ms. Harris have to take care of when she comes to power is to depose Benjamin Netanyahu. He's seeking to bring the world to a war. He is a warlord.
Yeah, he is.
Really, there's no compromise.
No, he's
with
not
it.
backing now. No.
Yeah, no, and that ain't good. And as long as he has America backing him, you continue to press forward.
Well, you heard what
And
he said.
Donald Trump seems to love him a lot. So we got to have him deposed. Okay, now the second problem here is
Yes.
in our very own country, with the bloodshed, we are obviously lacking leadership in regards to crime. Now, I know you're in a very sensitive position, Mr. Monica, but you have to put your shoulders to the wheels. All right?
Okay.
Because the government came into power claiming to have the answers to crime. All right? But we don't see that happening. This is a dismal failure. All right?
What would you recommend that the government do?
Well, Mr. Monica, you have always preached that crime is the responsibility of the government. They have all the resources at their disposal.
Which is
Every
true.
single answer you can think of, the government can come to that conclusion.
Yes.
Now, they have bright minds, like the gentleman said, 2QC, right? So, I mean, there are a number of things. Yeah, but what we have now, you see them throwing just solutions. I don't, like, take, for instance, several weeks ago, you used to see the cars drive around through the various community, like 24 of them at a time. You don't see that anymore. I don't know what they call that. You
That
know?
is
Do what they have to
called
do. Put
saturation
officers on
patrol.
every corner or whatever they have to do.
You don't
Use
see-
the cameras.
You don't see
Use,
saturation patrol?
Whatever they have to do.
You don't see saturation patrol?
No, I haven't seen it, but I must be honest with you, with the fair crime, I don't go out that late
Okay.
as often, you know what I'm saying?
I'm going to have to talk with the Commissioner of Police to find out if saturation patrol is still going on.
Check it out. There are a number of things, but there are any number of things that can be done, Mr. Montgomery.
Okay.
But there is their responsibility, and they must own up to it.
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank
I
you.
love the
Thank you,
talk
Carl.
with the
All right.
minister.
Take care. 323-7775, 698-0775, 698-0776. Welcome to Freedom March Caller. You're live.
Hello?
You're live, caller.
Hello?
Turn your radio down for me, please.
Hello?
Yeah, could you turn your radio down, please?
Mr. Monka?
Yes, my love.
Mr. Monka?
Yes.
Mr. Monka?
Sister Herboyne, I'm answering you.
I would like for you to say happy birthday to my nephew, William Herboy.
It's William's birthday today.
Yes, that's his son.
Okay, well, I wish, happy birthday, William Jr. How old is he today?
What?
How old is he?
54.
He old as that?
54.
Man, they had him young, eh?
Yes.
Okay. Happy
right,
birthday
thank
to
you so much,
William
Carl.
Herboyne Jr., okay? And tell him send a piece of cake around the corner to my house, okay? Thank you, my neighbors.
Welcome to Freedom March Caller. You're live.
Hi, Senator Johnson. I finally got through.
Thank you.
Okay, you're talking about crime. They need to put the liaison officers back to the community. They took that out, but I didn't call you for that. I called about the hospital, Mr. Bunker. Mr. Bunker, they need to do something with that hospital. I would not call no name, but my brother-in-law has been up there since Sunday, and he's sitting and acting an emergency. He hasn't changed clothes or do anything yet. And no doctor has seen him yet. He had one test done, he had slight stroke, and they're not dealing with him like they should.
Wow.
Okay.
And it's terrible. I've been there, and I've seen people there with dry blood on them, and they're not doing anything.
Okay.
Okay, and you're in contact with Dr.
Send me a
the
WhatsApp.
doctor. You need to talk to him about the condition of the accident and emergency. Accident emergency is accident emergency. That means see quickly.
Send me the information on your relative.
You know, and that's why.
Send me by WhatsApp the information on your relative, and I will forward it to Dr. Michael Dowell.
Yes, Dr. Michael Dowell needs to walk inside accident emergency and have a look at those patients there, because some of those patients are really, really just hanging on by thread.
Okay.
You know? And then about the crime situation. These police need to stop being parked up where they're supposed to be parked up. And they need to be doing saturation police, not only when it's when something happens and then they stop. They need to go in the area and continue to go in the area, drive around. That's what we pay in the taxpayers.
Yes, yes.
For.
And I agree with that, yes.
Okay.
You understand me?
Yes.
I'll pass your concern
Constant, there
on.
should be a constant patrol.
I'll
They
pass
should be
your,
on constant patrol, and that's just
Yes.
why something when they blitz the area.
Yeah,
I know because I was in there.
yeah. And I agree
You
with you.
understand?
Thank you so much, caller. We appreciate you.
I'll pass your concern on to the Commissioner of Police. Thank you.
All right, take care. Welcome to Freedom March, caller. You're live.
Good afternoon, Rodney. Good afternoon, spiritual advisor.
Hello, my dear.
afternoon.
I have a question. In reference to vehicles toting garbage to the dump or whatever,
Yes.
they're supposed to be covered, right?
Yes, they're supposed to have a canvas
It's-
over the vehicle.
Is there a fine or anything if garbage was to fall off a person's vehicle and they don't stop to pick it up?
Yes, $80.
$80. Okay. Well, coming
well,
home from work today, a vehicle probably dropped a bag of garbage. Tony Williams Darling Highway is filthy
Ooh.
with garbage.
wow.
Filthy, filthy. And my thing is, last week sometimes y'all talk about the persons who clean the side of the road.
Yeah.
Listen to me. I haven't seen workers cleaning the side of the road for a long time. You have accidents, the vehicle parts still on the side of the road, people swerving to duck them just so they wouldn't get a flat tire or something.
Right.
Where are all the beach and parks person who work on the side of the road?
Which roads?
Any road. I don't see nobody cleaning no side of the road no more.
All right, we'll talk to Mikhail Barnaby about that.
Yes, please. And they need to clean up Tony William Darling Highway like the first thing in the morning.
Yes,
That
ma'am.
is ridiculous.
Thank you so much for bringing to our attention, okay?
Okay, thanks.
Thank you, caller. You take care. Welcome to Freedom March, caller. You're live.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, what's going on, boys?
Yes, sir. How are you?
So, spiritual advisor, God bless you. You know, you try your best to stay as close to the imagination of Christ as possible.
Absolutely.
That one on the side of you, I ain't too sure, but he's tried. But I want to say to y'all, right, in terms of being a show that has so many listenings, to the people of the Bahamas, crime is being done right now by the hierarchy member, children. People that are not accountable to any kind of law are these persons committing these crimes. Y'all need to go back and investigate those voice notes from Facebook and WhatsApp about these police officers. Actually, the reputation of our current commissioner is at stake, and the Bahamian people have not yet asked Caesar to put him in the gladiator's belt. You feel me? He needs to be removed immediately. And then the reinforcement of the force and their official their official assignments need to be investigated and shuffled to better police, so that the crimes that we actually crying about today can be solved and committed. This is a small archipelago of our country, and when you see people like yourself that have a radio station with such influence that can change things in an instant, it becomes disappointing. We are not scared to change the Bahamas, but we have to get rid of people that are underlining the population with ideas that red and yellow are our future. They can't help us. And you coming on here telling us you can go here and you can go here to this person to tell them, or you need to be aware of these circumstances. It's wickedness. You hear me?
Thank you so
So
much,
I
caller.
leave that with y'all, and I hope the Bahamas heard what I said. Y'all need
Yes.
to move these people out these spots.
Thank you so much, caller. Have a great day. We're at the end of the show, Senator.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, folks, we are at the end of the show.
Sorry for those callers who were holding.
We are aware that war is breaking out in the Middle East. We have been alerted that the people of Iran has launched a major military or missile assault on Israel. So let us pray for the peace of Israel. Isn't that what we are taught as Christians? God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. God save the Middle East. Let there be peace. It begins with me. Let there be peace. It's powerful. Do well, everybody. Be safe. If it is God's will, my spiritual advisor and I
Will be
shall
back.
return.